This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. In the evolving landscape of luxury watch collecting, a noticeable trend is emerging. More collectors are transitioning from Rolex to Omega. This shift is not merely anecdotal. It reflects a changing tide in the market, shaped by product availability, evolving brand perception, technological innovations, and economic considerations. The luxury timepiece world continues to value Rolex as a historic benchmark of prestige and quality. Yet Omega is gradually capturing the attention and loyalty of a growing segment of collectors. In this video brought to you by the Luxury World, we will explore the core reasons behind this trend. It examines 5 primary categories: overall quality, pricing strategies, model diversity, market perception, and retail experience. Each factor plays a role in reshaping collector behavior and redefining brand loyalty in an increasingly competitive industry. Make sure to subscribe to Luxury World for exclusive access to upcoming insights, curated content, and expert guidance to help elevate every step of your watch investment journey. Quality comparison: Rolex versus Omega. The discussion around quality remains central to any comparison between Omega and Rolex. Rolex has earned a reputation for producing exceptionally durable, rugged, and reliable timepieces. The brand emphasizes simplicity in its movements, prioritizing longevity and reliability over complexity. Movements from Rolex are intentionally built to be straightforward, to remain operational for generations. However, Omega has made substantial investments in movement development over the past decade. With the introduction and refinement of the coaxial escapement and the METAS certification, Omega has significantly elevated its standing in the technical watchmaking arena. This evolution demonstrates a clear intent to not only compete with, but potentially surpass Rolex in technical innovation. In side-by-side comparisons, especially among popular diver models, such as the Rolex Submariner and the Omega Speedmaster 300M, differences in quality have become less distinguishable. Both brands employ proprietary technologies, including Rolex's Parachrom hairspring and Omega's silicon-based balance springs. While distinctions exist in material and construction preferences, both offer exceptional levels of craftsmanship, reliability, and finishing. In practical terms, the majority of buyers will find the quality between the two to be within a similar standard deviation. Unless examined under microscopic scrutiny by trained professionals or enthusiasts, the differences are negligible for the average consumer or casual collector. Therefore, quality alone is not the driving force behind the shift in brand preference. Model variety and customization. Another key differentiator lies in the range of models and customization options available. Rolex is known for consistency and timeless design. Its catalog remains relatively conservative, offering variations in metal types and dial colors, but typically limiting those options to 1 or 2 configurations per model. This approach fosters brand identity and scarcity, yet can restrict personal expression. Omega, on the other hand, embraces variety. The brand frequently introduces new references, collaborations, and limited editions. Collections such as the Seamaster and Speedmaster offer extensive configurations, from ceramic and titanium builds to a wide array of dial colors, bracelet styles, and case sizes. This strategy caters to a broad demographic and enables collectors to find pieces that align closely with their tastes. Those seeking dial colors unavailable in the current Rolex lineup, or those who prefer more tailored sizes, often find Omega to be more accommodating. While Rolex's consistency appeals to purists and long-term investors, Omega's experimental range attracts enthusiasts who view watches as an extension of personality rather than purely an asset. Model diversity also encourages repeat purchases. With so many configurations available across its core lines, Omega presents ongoing incentives for collectors to expand their collections within the same brand family. This is less common with Rolex, where redundancy in design and scarcity in availability can stifle consumer enthusiasm. Pricing and value retention. Price plays a crucial role in driving brand migration. Rolex continues to command high prices across both retail and secondary markets. Even as retail prices have increased, the more glaring challenge is the consistent need to pay premiums on the secondary market to acquire popular models. The practice of pricing above MSRP has alienated segments of the market who feel priced out of what was once considered accessible luxury. Meanwhile, Omega has pursued a different pricing strategy. Retail prices have also increased over time, reflecting the brand's upward trajectory in quality and market positioning. However, Omega watches are far more accessible at discounted prices, both pre-owned and even in new condition from authorized dealers offering negotiated reductions. This flexibility provides greater perceived value, especially in economically uncertain periods. The gray market further illustrates this divergence. Omega watches, especially popular models like the Speedmaster and Seamaster, often trade at significant discounts. Conversely, Rolex models typically retain or exceed their retail value, with only a few exceptions. While this may benefit resale-focused buyers, it presents a high barrier to entry for collectors who prioritize enjoyment over investment. For buyers seeking exceptional timepieces without inflated pricing, Omega offers a compelling proposition. The opportunity to purchase a watch with similar specifications and quality at a more favorable price point has led many to reconsider long-standing brand allegiances. The retail experience, accessibility, and customer service. The retail environment significantly impacts consumer loyalty. Rolex boutiques are often characterized by empty display cases, long waitlists, and rigid allocation processes. Many customers report a lack of transparency, with preferred treatment given to buyers with purchase histories or high-spending records. This has led to widespread dissatisfaction and a sense that the brand is deliberately cultivating scarcity to preserve desirability. For potential buyers, the act of purchasing a Rolex can feel less like a luxury experience and more like navigating a convoluted system. Even well-prepared, qualified buyers may walk into a boutique only to find zero availability and vague timelines. This experience detracts from the prestige typically associated with luxury retail. In contrast, Omega boutiques tend to offer a more traditional and welcoming sales experience. Watches are often available to view, try on, and purchase on the spot. Sales associates are incentivized to sell products rather than protect allocations, which creates a more customer-focused environment. With actual products in stock and fewer hurdles in the purchasing process, the Omega retail experience often feels more in line with what luxury clientele expect. This distinction carries weight in the eyes of collectors. The absence of games, backdoor deals, and sales politics makes Omega more approachable. It fosters repeat business and strengthens the relationship between brand and buyer. At a time when customer experience is becoming as important as the product itself, Omega holds a decisive advantage. Brand perception in the modern collector community. The shifting perception of both brands within enthusiast circles also contributes to changing collectors' behavior. Rolex remains synonymous with status, success, and reliability. However, this reputation has also led to a growing view that Rolex represents the entry point to luxury watches, a safe, predictable, and sometimes superficial choice. As a result, some seasoned collectors have begun to associate Rolex ownership with mainstream consumerism rather than refined taste. Omega, conversely, is increasingly viewed as the connoisseur's choice. Collectors often cite the brand's dedication to movement innovation, historical significance in space exploration, and bold design choices as key reasons for their loyalty. While Omega may lack the same universal recognition among the general public, it holds significant respect within the watch community. Enthusiasts who value horological heritage and appreciate the technical complexities of a timepiece, such as Meta's certification, coaxial movements, and exhibition casebacks, often gravitate toward Omega. This association with informed collecting, rather than status signaling, reinforces the perception of Omega as a more authentic and enthusiast-focused brand. The trend of collectors favoring Omega over Rolex does not suggest that Rolex is falling out of favor entirely. Instead, it reflects a nuanced shift in priorities among a segment of the collector base. Factors such as accessible pricing, broader model selection, transparent retail experiences, and a deep appreciation for technical innovation are leading collectors to explore alternatives. What are your thoughts on the topic that we shared in this video? We would love to hear your perspective. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments and give the video a thumbs up if you found it insightful. Do not forget to follow Luxury World for more curated content on fine timepieces and market insights. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to welcoming you again in our next video.